Stage 1. The decision. You've just finished your cut. You're lean, your abs are visible, your face is sharp, and you look good in photos, and you know it. You stand in front of the mirror and hit a few poses, screenshot your physique, and save it in a folder you'll look at later. Then someone online, a comment, a DM, a friend says, "You look small." Not fat, not bad. Small. You zoom in on your shoulders, your arms, your chest. You see the leanness, but now you also see the gaps, the places where muscle should be thicker, wider, fuller. You open a calorie calculator and punch in your surplus. You Google bulking meal plans, read a thread about lean gains versus aggressive surplus, and bookmark both. You buy a bag of oats, a tub of peanut butter, and a mass gainer you'll try once and never finish. You tell yourself this is the bulk where you do it right, controlled, structured. You set a goal weight 10 or 15 pounds above where you are now. Eat a big dinner that night because the bulk starts tomorrow, and go to bed feeling full for the first time in months. It feels like permission. Stage 2. Eating is fun. You wake up and eat a real breakfast. Eggs, toast, oats, fruit, the whole plate. You finish it and you're not calculating how many calories you have left. You're calculating how many more you need. Lunch is a double portion. Rice piled high, chicken thighs instead of breast, a drizzle of olive oil you would have skipped 2 weeks ago. You eat and you're full, and it doesn't feel like a mistake. It feels like fuel. At the gym, your pump is enormous. Your muscles are swollen with glycogen and water and food, and you look in the mirror and you're already bigger. It's been 4 days and you know it's not real muscle yet, but you don't care. The fullness feels like growth. Dinner is a feast. You eat without guilt, without a food scale, without opening the tracking app to panic over a number. You have dessert, you have seconds, and you lie on the couch afterwards feeling your stomach press against your waistband, and you smile. You text a friend about how much you ate, and they don't understand why you're excited. You go to bed, full, warm, and sleeping better than you have in months because your body finally has what it needs. Stage 3. The dirty bulk temptation. You sit down to prep meals for the week and realize how much clean food 3,500 calories actually is. 6 cups of rice, 2 pounds of chicken, a mountain of oats. You cook for an hour and fill 8 containers, and it barely covers 3 days. You eat your prepped meal at lunch, and it's fine, it's just a lot of volume. By meal 4, you're chewing through a plate of rice and ground turkey, and your jaw is tired before your stomach is full. You open a delivery app and look at the burger place down the street. You do the math. A double cheeseburger and fries is 1,200 calories. That's 2 meals in one sitting. The protein is decent. The carbs are there. You order it, eat it in 8 minutes, and feel better than you have all day. You tell yourself it's just this once, that dirty calories and clean calories build the same muscle. You close the app and open it again at dinner. A burrito this time, extra rice, extra cheese, guac. You log it loosely, and the macros are close enough. You go to bed knowing tomorrow you'll eat clean again. You probably will, but the door's open now. Stage 4. The newbie gains illusion. 2 weeks in and you look different. Your shoulders are rounder, your chest fills out a shirt differently, and your arms have a thickness they didn't have on the cut. You flex in the mirror and the muscle is fuller, harder, more present. You take a progress photo and put it next to one from 2 weeks ago and the difference is visible. You think you've gained 2 pounds of pure muscle in 14 days. You haven't, but it feels like it. At the gym, your lifts are jumping. You add 5 pounds to your bench and it moves clean, add 10 to your squat and it feels like nothing. You're recovering faster, sleeping deeper. You finish your session and walk through the gym feeling wider than you did walking in, and you catch your reflection in the window on the way to the car and don't suck in. During the day, you eat with purpose. You see food as material, bricks for the thing you're building. You order extra at lunch without thinking twice and eat a protein bar between meetings and chase it with a shake. At night, you scroll through bodybuilding posts and compare your timeline to theirs. You're ahead of schedule. You're sure of it. You set the alarm and dream about what you'll look like in 3 months. Stage 5. The clothes start fitting differently. You pull on your jeans and they're tight. Not in the quads, not in the glutes, in the waist. You button them and there's a fold of skin you don't remember. You tug your shirt down and check the mirror and the shirt is tighter too, but not across the chest, across the stomach. You try a different shirt and it's the same thing. You tell yourself it's water retention, creatine, sodium from last night's dinner. You weigh yourself and you're up 7 pounds from where you started. Some of that is muscle. Some of that is glycogen and water, and some of that is fat you can pinch. You put on a hoodie and move on. At the gym, you still look good in the pump. The mirror there is more forgiving, and tank tops hide what jeans expose. You train hard and leave feeling big, but you come home, shower, and stand in front of the mirror without the pump, and the fullness is gone. What's left is softer than you expected. You try on the shirt from your lean photos, and it doesn't look the same, so you take it off and put on something looser. You eat dinner, and don't look in the mirror again until morning. Stage 6. Eating becomes a job. You wake up, and the first thing you think about is the first meal, not because you're hungry, but because it's on the schedule. You eat oats and eggs and toast and finish it slowly because your appetite is gone by the third bite. You force the last few forkfuls and wash them down with water. 2 hours later, meal 2. A shake with protein, oats, peanut butter, banana, and milk blended thick. You drink it in the car, and it sits in your stomach like cement. Lunch is a double portion of chicken and rice, and you eat half and stare at the rest. You finish it out of discipline, not desire. Meal 4 is a protein bar and a handful of almonds, and you chew mechanically. Meal 5 is dinner, a big plate your body doesn't want. You eat it anyway because the surplus doesn't hit itself. You feel bloated, full in a way that's closer to nausea than satisfaction. You skip the last shake before bed because you can't fit another ounce, and you lie down feeling your stomach pressing against your diaphragm. You used to dream about this much food. Now you dread it. The alarm is set. Tomorrow you'll do it again. Stage 7. The scale goes up. You step on the scale and blink. You're up 6 pounds in 2 weeks, and your goal was 1 pound per week. You do the math, and the overshoot is obvious. You check your food log, and the numbers are there. The surplus was too aggressive. The cheat meals stacked, and the shakes added up. You tell yourself it's mostly water and glycogen, and you flex in the mirror and find the muscle underneath. It's there, but so is the layer over it. You pinch your lower stomach, and there's more than there was. You Google lean bulk rate of gain, and read that 1/2 pound a week is realistic for natural lifters. You're tripling that. You adjust your calories down slightly, cut one shake, and swap the nightly peanut butter for a smaller portion. At the gym, you're still strong, and the lifts are still climbing. You push through a heavy set and feel the power, and it quiets the math in your head for an hour. You eat dinner and try to land closer to the target. You go to bed knowing the scale will keep climbing. You just want it to climb slower. Stage 8. The gym. Progress is real. Though you wake up and you're heavy, but you're also strong. You walk into the gym and the barbell feels like it belongs in your hands. You warm up with what used to be your working weight, load the bar to a number you've never hit, and it moves. Clean, controlled. You rack it and sit on the bench and feel something click. You're genuinely stronger than you've ever been. Your squat is up 20 pounds. Your deadlift is moving weight that used to pin you to the floor, and you press a dumbbell overhead that you couldn't stabilize 3 months ago. Your sets feel dense and powerful, and your rest periods are shorter because your body recovers between sets like it never could on a cut. Someone at the gym asks what you've been doing differently, and you say eating. And it's true. After the session, you catch your reflection, and the pump is massive. Your arms are full, your shoulders are capped, and your chest has a thickness that didn't exist when you were lean. You take a gym mirror photo, and it looks like progress because it is. You drive home feeling like the bulk is working. The fat is a cost, but the strength is the receipt. You eat a big dinner and set the alarm, and for tonight, the trade feels worth it. Stage 9. The mirror anxiety. You wake up and check the mirror the way you always do. Your midsection is soft, and your jawline is less defined than it was a month ago. You flex your abs, and they're there, somewhere, under a layer you can feel but barely see. You open your phone and scroll to the photos from the end of your cut. Lean face, visible abs, veins in your arms. You hold the phone next to the mirror and go back and forth. You look bigger now, but you also look blurrier. You put the phone down and get dressed, choosing a shirt that fits the shoulders but hides the waist. At work, you catch yourself in a glass door and study the reflection, sitting up straighter, pulling your stomach in without thinking. At the gym, the pump saves you. You look like you're supposed to look, full and hard and growing, but the second you cool down, the softness returns. At night, you lie in bed and open a calculator. You type in your body fat estimate and search how long should a bulk last, and you read 4 different answers. You scroll forums at 1 a.m. and find people who bulked for 6 months and cut for 3 and looked incredible, and you save the post. You also find people who bulked too long and spent a year recovering, and you save that one too. You put the phone down and stare at the ceiling. The alarm is set, You'll figure it out tomorrow. Stage 10. I'll cut after the holidays. You've been bulking for 10 weeks. You were going to stop at 8, but there's a birthday dinner this weekend, and cutting before that seems pointless. You eat the cake, you eat the leftovers. Monday comes and you tell yourself you'll start the cut next week, and then the holiday hits. Thanksgiving, Christmas, a vacation, a wedding, whatever comes next. The calendar always has something. You eat through it and tell yourself this is smart. Why cut now and suffer through events when you can cut after and have a clean runway? The weeks add up. 10 becomes 12. 12 becomes 16. You stop tracking, stop weighing food, and eat big meals because you're still bulking, technically. You still train hard, you're still strong, but the surplus has been running unchecked for a month and the scale shows it. You pull up the goal weight you set at the beginning, and you passed it 3 weeks ago. You keep going because stopping feels like admitting that bulk went too far. You tell yourself one more month, you tell yourself you'll start the cut after the weekend. You set the alarm, eat a big breakfast, and push the decision one more day down the road. Stage 11. The moment you decide to cut. Someone takes a photo of you. Not a gym selfie, not a mirror shot with the right angle and the right pump. A candid, side profile, bad lighting, relaxed posture. You see it and you don't look like the version of yourself you've been carrying in your head. You look soft, like someone who used to be in shape. You zoom in and then you close it. You open your closet and try on a shirt from 3 months ago and it pulls across the stomach. The buttons gap. You take it off and hang it back up. You step on the scale and the number is 15 pounds above where your cut ended. You sit on the bed and open your phone. You download MyFitnessPal or open the app you haven't touched in weeks. Type in your weight, set a goal, and calculate a deficit. You feel the whole cycle click back into place. Chicken, rice, broccoli. A food scale on the counter, an alarm set 30 minutes earlier. You screenshot your starting photo and save it next to the lean one from before. You go to the grocery store and fill the cart with the same clean staples you swore off 2 months ago. You pack your gym bag and add 10 minutes of cardio to tomorrow's plan. You go to bed a little hungry for the first time in a long time. The bulk is over. The cut has begun. The alarm is set.